How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Reservoir Wolves. Today we are giving our spoiler-free review on Mission Impossible Fallout. I'm joined here by Anthony, as per usual, and my initial rating of the movie is going to be an 8 out of 10. So I actually very much enjoyed this movie. What about you, Anthony?
For me, it's a 8.5.
8.5, so you liked it a lot. Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I just have some issues with it, but they're something I can easily look over, especially with a lot of the films that are coming out in today's day and age. So I like the action. If you're looking for a movie that has a lot of action, this movie is definitely the one to go for. The action felt real, it looked real, and knowing Tom Cruise, it was real. What about you, Anthony? How'd you feel about the action?
Yeah, I agree. I thought the action was probably the best done
Probably
in
one
the
of the
series.
best. Yeah. Yeah, you can especially you can really feel the danger because Tom Cruise actually does his stunts. He even broke his ankle at some point. We hear, but the guy just he's running the entire movie. I feel, and the guy's pushing what 60? No, he's not 60. He's in his 50s, right? But he can run, man. That guy can he can do all his stunts, and you can really he really brings it to the movie. You can tell that what you're watching is real. He's jumping out of buildings. He's hanging off of helicopters. He actually did a real. I think he did a helo dive out of a plane 50 times. I think something like that, and that's insane. So it really does translate well to the movie. Because it does look real and it feels real, and like I said, it is real.
And I agree, it makes him stand out. It's a Tom Cruise thing.
Yeah, very very authentic. So some things I didn't like. I didn't like the villains in this one. You can see in the trailer. I'm not gonna ruin it, but they bring back the last villain from the last one, Solomon Lane. He is played by Sean Harris. I like that actor. I can't remember where else I've seen him, but he has one of those really cool voices, and I liked him in Rogue Nation. I think that's my second favorite one, Rogue Nation, in the franchise. I just didn't like what they did with him here. I thought it was kind of cartoony, but that's just my opinion, and it's still great, still a great movie. What about you, Anthony? Any dislikes?
I like the villains. I have to say, I agree. I felt not cartoony in my view, but I felt he was sidelined sort of.
Yeah,
he
I
was
agree.
Very in the background.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Newcomers Henry Cavill.
Superman.
I thought he did pretty good.
I like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
I don't think he was utilized well at all. I don't think anyone knows how to use Henry Cavill, man. I think they're still trying to figure that out. I think he's a great Superman. And in every other movie I've seen him in, I know that he's a good actor. I just don't think they're utilizing him well. I think Hollywood's still trying to figure out who he is, because he's played Superman. He's played roles where he's not that big tough guy. And I know he was even considered to be James Bond at some point. I think he was considered to be something else. He was considered for multiple well-known roles before he got Superman. And I'm scared he's going to get time casted as that tough British guy. And when I think it's a shame, I think he's a very, very talented actor. But back to this movie, I don't think he was utilized well. I liked him in it, but not as much as I feel like I should have. This movie did not have Jeremy Renner, which also is another underutilized actor in Hollywood, I feel. And the only spoiler I'm gonna mention is that they don't even mention him. They kind of just he's just not there, and that kind of sucks.
I know with Avengers, that's apparently took up his time, which is funny because he wasn't
in the first Avengers, right?
So I know that they said it was conflicts of his schedule, but I agree. I don't like that they didn't even mention him.
Yeah, they don't even mention him. Yeah, that was kind of whack. They bring back. It's in the trailers. I'm only gonna mention stuff that's in the trailers. They bring back the wife from the originals. I think she came into the franchise in Mission Impossible 3, which was actually my favorite Mission Impossible. So they bring back a lot of, that's one of the things I like about this movie, that they bring back a lot of the things from the old ones, and even the soundtrack is very much like the original, and they even do a lot of really cool spins on it. That's really cool. So the soundtrack really goes well, and the cinematography was great. The shots just looked really really good. Even the ones that I felt were very over the top they still looked really, really cool. Like I still appreciated that visually. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I felt like both the direction and the cinematography of the movie were very, very strong.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like a lot of the scenes were very well done.
Yeah, there's a couple really, really, really great scenes. Like I'm thinking of three right now off the top of my head. Those one that, and I remember you and I looked at each other, we're like, damn, that was badass. It was really, really, really well done, and we wish we would see that more often in films. And just the way the score went with it, the way the camera angles, Tom Cruise. People give Tom Cruise crap. Whoever he is as a person, I don't really care. I think he's a great actor. I love his films, and he just he brings Ethan Hunt to life. Honestly,
Yeah, I think that, like, to add to that, I think that was what I liked the most about this movie. Like, because what I like, my favorite two is number 3,
Mhm.
and I think it's because that it's very personal.
Yeah,
for Ethan.
yeah.
And in this movie, like, it does get not that personal, but it does
Mhm.
get personal to a certain level, and then Tom Cruise did very well with it. Like,
Yeah.
very well with it.
Yeah, I mean I agree and also disagree. I felt like, because I definitely agree Tom Cruise did really well with it, and they did add some emotion to it. I felt like they could have done more with that. I felt like there was a lot of times where they were trying to add some emotional depth to it, and they just there's a lot going on in this movie. Like the movies, you're gonna watch the movie. It's the longest Mission Impossible movie to date, and you're gonna be watching the movie, and at some point you're gonna be like, damn, is this still the same movie? Because it literally kind of like transitions between 3 acts, and the transitions between the acts are very drawn out. So I feel like they're trying to put a lot into this movie, and I feel like they could have just toned it down a little bit and then given it a little more emotional impact. Because there are definitely some parts in the movie that deserve to have an emotional impact, and then it's great for what it is, but I can't be too nitpicky. So I agree, but I also disagree.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I said, it's a great movie. We definitely recommend it. It's doing great in the box office, and we definitely recommend it over some of the other installments that are going on right now. I give it an 8, and Anthony gives it an 8 out of 5. And if you guys like this video, we'll probably do a spoiler review, and we'll go more into depth about it. Just let us know in the comments. And thanks for listening. Anthony, you want to add anything else? You good?
No,
Yeah, we're good. All right, thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.